I'm an apprentice at a tattoo shop on Sunset. I answer phones, schedule consultations, and clean up. Any idiot could handle it. In fact, the job's reserved for idiots. This afternoon, though, how do I explain it? Something's really off. I'm off. I can't do a fucking thing. I just keep staring at all the ink we have, the wild variety of color, everything from root beer, midnight blue and cochineal to mauve, light dough, lilac, South Sea green, maize, even pelican black, all lined up in these plastic caps like tiny transparent thimbles. And needles, too, my eyes catching on those carefully preserved points, and we have hundreds, mostly 12 sharps, many singles, though plenty in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 needle groups, even a 14-round shader. It depends on what you need. I don't know what I need, but for no apparent reason, I'm going terribly south. Nothing has happened, absolutely nothing, but I'm still having problems breathing. The air in the shop is admittedly thick with the steady smell of sweat, isopropyl alcohol, benzol, all that solution for the ultrasonic cleanser, even solder and flux, but that's not it either. Of course, no one notices. My boss, a retinue of his friends, some new inductee who's just put down 150 for a rose, keep up the chatter. Pretty loud chatter, too, though never quite enough to drown out the most important sound of all. The single, insistent buzz of an original J tattoo machine, logging yet another 100 stabs a minute in the dimple of some chunky ass. I get a glass of water. I walk down in the hallway. That's a mistake. I should have stayed near people, the comfort of company and all that. Instead, I'm alone, running through a quick mental checklist. Food poisoning? Stomach's fine. Withdrawals? I haven't been on a gag or ecstasy diet for several months, and while I didn't smoke any pot this morning, my usual ritual, I know THC doesn't create any lasting physical dependencies. And then out of the beef fucking loo, everything gets substantially darker. Not pitch black, mind you. Not even power failure black. More like a cloud passing over the sun. Make that a storm. But there is no storm. No clouds. It's a bright day, and anyway, I'm inside. I wish that had been all. Just a slight decrease in illumination and a little breathing difficulty. You'll still blame that on a blow infused or some aberrant drug-related flashback. But then my nostrils flare with the scent of something bitter and foul, something inhuman, reeking with so much rotten years, telling me, in the language of nausea, that I'm not alone. Something's behind me. Of course I deny it. It's impossible to deny. I want to puke. To get a better idea, try this. Focus on these words, and whatever you do, don't let your eyes wander past the perimeter of this page. Now imagine just beyond your peripheral vision, maybe behind you, maybe to the side of you, maybe even in front of you, but right where you can't see it, something is quietly closing in on you. So quiet, in fact, that you can only hear it as silence. Find those pockets without sound. That's where it is. Right at this moment. But don't look. Keep your eyes here. Now take a deep breath. Go ahead. Take an even deeper one. Only this time, as you start to exhale, try to imagine how fast it will happen, how hard it's going to hit you, how many times it will stab your jugular with its teeth, or are they nails? Don't worry, that particular detail doesn't matter, because before you have time to even process that you should be moving, you should be running, you should be at the very least flinging up your arms. You sure as hell should be getting rid of this book. You won't have time to even scream. Don't look.